Welcome to the United States of Formula One Sports Edition. Nicky.
Boogie's here, filling in for Cookie.
Yeah, Cookie is house sitting. I think he's either house sitting or he's on a cruise. I can't remember.
Yeah, cruise. Bahamas? No, I think he was house sitting.
He's house sitting. So, not that it matters because Cookie did come over. This show is going to be about the Daytona 500. Cookie came over.
NASCAR. You guys asked for it.
You did ask for it.
And we did it.
Yes.
Well, they did it. I didn't end up watching it.
We did. Cookie stayed, watched 10 laps of the race. It was a rain delay and then left. But let's talk about the beginning of the race when we had our great American president, Donald Trump, and Air Force One doing about 6 flyovers over the racetrack.
So was this
awesome?
Was this the only flyover then? Was he the flyover for the race?
I think the Thunderbirds were there.
Oh, okay. So this was an addition to flyover.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's pretty cool.
He flew. The plane was low. People were screaming. I mean, this was one of the best portions of the race. And then he lands, gets there, and guess what he comes in on? He comes in on the Beast.
Really?
The Cadillac limo that basically can take a explosion from a tank or a missile, and he just drives that bad boy around the track.
So you mean that there is a Secret Service agent out there who got to do the time of his life. He got to take the president and the presidential limo, the Beast, on the Daytona track and do a couple hot laps.
He did a couple hot laps in front of the pace car, and they had to follow him. He's just sitting, waving out the window.
That's awesome. Did he set a lap record?
He didn't. No, he did not. But he did get on the radio. It was hilarious. He got on the radio and talked to everybody and said, "It's your favorite president here."
Really?
Yeah.
Unconfirmed. I'm going to just go ahead and call this. This might be fake news, but I'm going to say that the Beast set the lap record around Daytona for the fastest time for a military vehicle, because technically the Beast is a military vehicle.
Yep.
So I'm going to say that they set the fastest time for a military vehicle around Daytona.
Absolutely. You know what? You are correct. I know he was only going about 35, but I think he's actually that might be the only military vehicle that's
I don't think they're going to be taking Abrams around Daytona. That would tear up the track.
It's going to mess the track up too much. So
you heard it here first. Lap record for a military vehicle around Daytona. To the Beast and the Secret Service driver who was in charge. And congratulations to you, Mr. Smith.
And Donald Trump himself. So 10 laps, rain delay, 6 hour, about a 6 hour break.
So you mean to tell me, because NASCAR took the fastest lap from F1.
Yes.
And now they're going to have to give it to Donald Trump for having fastest lap in a military vehicle.
Yes.
So he got a point.
Yes, so Donald Trump is the first sitting president to ever get a point
in NASCAR.
In the NASCAR.
That's probably not true whatsoever, but you know what? I like it. It adds a story.
So 10 laps in, we get a rain delay. Obviously, NASCAR they adopted some things from F1, but wet tires aren't one of them.
I'd love to see them go wet tires. I know it's the wrong kind of racing.
Yes.
And there's too much, drafting, too much bumping.
Yeah.
They can't do it. But I'd love to see them go to wet tires.
Well, the race ended past 10 o'clock, and we're just going to say that the last 10 laps were the only thing exciting about this entire race. Congratulations, back-to-back winner, William Byron. And he came from 9th to 1st because everybody crashed in the last lap. So.
Well, congratulations, William.
Yeah, I guess.
I will admit that I did not get to see the race, and I thought I was going to miss all of it because I was working Monster Jam, which I love that. That's awesome. Big dumb trucks doing big dumb tricks. It's so much fun. I love it every year. Probably more redneck than NASCAR, so I just upped the redneck level, up a little bit. But I did get home. And I texted you and asked how the race went. And you said, rain delay, it's still going on. Yeah. So I actually flipped on to watch the end of the race. So I watched for about 5, maybe 10 minutes.
Yes.
The entire time I watched, it was nothing but picture-in-picture commercial.
Yes.
What did you think about the commercials? Because after about 5 minutes, I was like, no, I'm not watching 5 minutes of straight commercials.
Well, look at it like this. And there was 200 laps in this race. Mm-hmm. Every 5 laps, 5 to 7 laps, there was a 2-minute commercial. So, it was, every time I flicked on my phone and watched TikTok, because I don't know if anybody really was watching this race anyway. It was boring.
It seems like a lot of commercials.
It was too many. It was, come on with the commercials. I don't think they needed it. I don't remember. I used to be a diehard NASCAR fan back in the day, and I do not remember that many commercials. Now it's cool. They put the commercials. They put the race still in the little box, so I guess you can see it, and they'll cut in if there's an accident, which there wasn't. But too many commercials. Come on, NASCAR, you've officially jumped the shark. That's my opinion.
So I could see, like, if they were under caution or something.
Yeah.
You know,
I'll go to commercials then.
Picture commercial, because we don't have that problem in F1, do we?
Not at all. You watch an hour and a half race, and there's not one commercial. So if you're watching it live, that is, there's not one commercial.
If you watch because sometimes with my work schedule, I have to end up watching the DVR version, the replay on ESPN, and they'll cut in like maybe 2 or 3 times for the whole race.
Yeah.
They'll cut in and do a little commercial spot, but they're 30 seconds.
Yeah, really quickly.
Really quick.
And
commercials
back.
in, out. So, I mean, I get it. Commercials are important. That's where the money comes from. And, you know, but it felt excessive. It felt excessive. So I'm glad it wasn't just the 5 minutes that I tuned in was all commercials, because then I'd have felt really stupid, but the whole time. So NASCAR, do better.
Yeah. So I know you wanted us to do a show on NASCAR, and we were doing one now. Cookie is gone, so he wouldn't want to do this anyway. But our apologies. This will never happen. We will never do a NASCAR show.
I'm sorry. We tried.
I can't.
We tried.
It's too boring.
We wanted to try it for the fans. I think they were punking us. I think our fans were like, yeah, we want to see a NASCAR show, because they wanted us to sit through a NASCAR show. And it was pretty bad.
I liked when Tony Stewart was racing back in the day. That was real racing. It's not real racing anymore. They were saving fuel the whole time. None of it was good. None of it was good.
There's got to be one highlight to NASCAR.
There is one highlight.
What's the one? Give me one good thing about NASCAR.
So if you follow NASCAR, you know that Ryan Blaney won the NASCAR championship. He is one of my favorite. Actually, I don't care about him at all. Let's look at his beautiful fiance.
That's Ryan Blaney's fiance?
Okay,
here's your one good thing about NASCAR.
One good thing about NASCAR. Now, there's a lot of good-looking wives out that you get to see, but this girl worked at Hooters.
Oh, so we don't even have to watch NASCAR. We could just go to Hooters.
Yeah, exactly. I would rather go to Hooters than watch NASCAR. So this is our NASCAR. This is our NASCAR show. That's going to be the only one you get. You might get an update at the very end of the season.
We'll tell you who wins the championship.
Who wins the championship. Yeah. But that's about as much NASCAR as we can go. Thanks for tuning in, and
Cookie loves you.
Follow us on YouTube at the United States of F1, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at United States F1. Copyright Brugman Media Limited 2025.